Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a favorites video, and this is all of my favorite things from the month of January. And actually, I guess I haven't filmed a favorite since like October or November, so it's really my favorite things from the last few months. But these are just things that I've had on such heavy rotation. I love, a lot of them are really used up, and I just feel like they're great products I want to share with you, so you can maybe discover some new things that might work for you. Before I get into this video, please subscribe down below if you haven't subscribed already. I would love to have you back for more videos here on my channel. And let's just get into it. The first product I'll talk about is the newest one to me, and this is the Drunk Elephant A Passione. I don't know, I'm probably saying this wrong, but it's a retinol cream. I'm just gonna let you guys read this for yourself because I think I have issues pronouncing this. But I love this. It's 1% retinol, and I am someone that actually avoids retinols because my skin is so sensitive. It really does like dry it out, and it's not immediate, so it's like I'll use a retinol and think I'm okay, and then 2 days later, my skin is like flaking off my face. It is disgusting. So I've had some bad experiences with retinol and just realized that I think I'm too sensitive for them. But when I saw this one, I decided to pick it up because it's a cream. And so I'm thinking, you know, it probably has some sort of hydrating and moisturizing properties to it to counteract the effects of the retinol. And that's exactly right. I've not had any issues with this. I definitely noticed a little bit of redness and a little bit of like tingling when I put other skincare products on, but I've only been using this twice a week and I really, really love it. I think it's just a really, really great product if you're sensitive to retinol. I only put a pea-size amount on, and then I also do go in with a moisturizer over top. I use my Indie Lee Squalene moisturizer just to make sure I'm like really hydrating after using this. But it's just a really great retinol for my skin type, and I've been loving incorporating it because I feel like it just has taken care of some texture, really smoothed things out, brightened dark spots, and I'm really enjoying having it in my routine. The next product I'll talk about is my Seal the Deal Classic Translucent Powder, and I had to mention this because I just used up another one, so it's completely empty, and that just goes to show like how much I love this product. I feel like my conflict with powders has always been that my skin is on the drier side, so it accentuates my dryness, but I also do want to lock my makeup in place and set it and avoid like super oily T-zone issues by the end of the day. So the balance is finding powders that I can set my face with so that my makeup won't move, but that won't accentuate my dryness. And most powders do accentuate my dryness, so this one I find does not. It really smooths over my skin and almost actually looks better throughout the day. Like when I first put powder on, any type of powder, I feel like it always looks more powdery, and then as your skin warms up throughout the day and kind of absorbs the powder, it really melds in, and I just find that it looks so beautiful and smooth and airbrushed, and it really does keep my makeup in place. So I've been loving this powder. If you haven't tried it, I highly suggest trying this or some other talc-free powder because talc is so heavy, which I think is what accentuates the dryness and really sinks into those fine lines and just makes the skin look crepier. And mica is so much more feather light that it sort of dusts over the skin and doesn't really give that super drying effect. The next item is this face roller. This is by Nurse Jamie, and when I first saw this thing, I was like, what a gimmick. You know, this just seems so dumb. I have a jade roller and I really like it, and when I saw this, it's kind of pricey. I think it's like 70 bucks, and I was like, oh, I don't really need that. But I heard enough people talk about it that I finally broke down and picked it up. And you guys, I love this thing. It is so, so helpful for taking down your puffiness when you first wake up. I find that it really like stops my eye area from looking tired in the morning. I just roll it like this. You always want to roll upward to get the circulation, the blood flowing up. You don't want to roll down, but you do it on your neck, and apparently it prevents a double chin, sagging skin, but it really just gets the circulation going, and I find that it helps with my skin tone too because the blood is flowing. So I just look more awake and alive, and when I go in with my makeup, I just feel less puffy. And I guess what this does for me is like how you look when you first wake up versus how you look an hour or two after you've kind of gotten going and had coffee and are awake, this just kind of gets me to that place much faster. It takes me like 5 minutes of rolling, and before I know it, I look like I've been awake for a few hours. So I love this, and I find it's easier to travel with than my jade roller because it has that like longer piece of jade at the top, where this is just one slim thing I can throw in my bag. So I've been loving this. Nurse Jamie, I don't know exactly what it's called. I think it's like the uplift roller, but I will link it below if you're interested. Okay, the next item is a tanner, and this is the Kula Sunless Tan Dry Oil Mist. And I've used this forever, but I recently pulled it back out. I haven't really been fake tanning that much, and when I do, I've been using like lotions or butters, but I picked this back out of my collection. It's organic, it's 70% organic, and it's a dry oil with sunless tanner in it. So I find that this is perfect for me when my skin is dry, because when I get out of the shower and I've shaved my legs, I don't want to just put like a tanning foam on. I need more hydration than that. So this does both jobs. It gradually tans, so it's really hard to mess up. It's not like a super duper pigmented tanner that's gonna like leave you a streak if you misplace it. It'll be really gradual, it's lighter, but over time it builds up a really beautiful natural golden color. It's what I'm wearing right now. I find that it doesn't clog my pores whatsoever. I can even use this on my face if I want to. And I just think it's such a useful product if you're dry and you also want to tan. And I find that if I just use this multiple days in a row, it just gradually builds up and I don't even notice it, and I'd be putting an oil on anyway. So it's just a great product to incorporate and just get that benefit of having a tan. So I think it's a really great product. I've used it for years, and if you are looking for a foolproof hydrating tanner with great ingredients, Kula Dry Oil Tanning Mist. This next item is a lash curler. And I'm sure you're like, what's so special about a lash curler? I think this is actually the best lash curler I have ever purchased and used. This is the Kevyn Aucoin lash curler. I don't know if it has like a specific name. If it does, I'll leave it below. But this makes my lashes so much more lifted, and they stay lifted. Like, have you ever curled your lashes and noticed like 10 minutes later, like sometimes I'll curl them and then do other things and then go to put mascara and have to recurl them because I'm like, oh, this didn't really hold a curl. This like grips the base of the lashes and just does something special to them. I don't know, it just lifts them and curls them so much more than any other curler I've ever used. I love this guy. It's really hard to like poke yourself in the eye or like pull on your lashes. It's got this really nice grippy area here that's soft, so it's not like sticky grippy that like sometimes pulls your lashes. I just think it's the best lash curler that you can possibly buy, and if you want to invest in one, I'm sure this would last you for a really long time. It comes with the extra pads, but I think it's really worth it to get that kind of false lash look without using false lashes. Okay, this next one is a collaboration between one of my best friends in the entire world, Sivan Ayla, and Strut This. And Strut This is an activewear line. I already have lots of Strut This pieces. I love Strut This. So when she told me that she was working on a collaboration with them, I almost died. I was like just waiting. She was working on this for like 2 years too, so I've just been waiting to get my hands on these pieces, and they're finally here. So of the collection, there's actually quite a few pieces, but I would say my favorite piece is these workout leggings with this studded detail. They're kind of curled up because I was wearing them. These are a really nice, stretchy, high-waisted black fabric that is just so soft. It's not like the workout material that is so constricting that every time you put them on it's like a freaking nightmare just getting in and out. Like, these actually have some really great stretch and give to them. They're super soft, but what I love is this stud detailing down the front. So I feel like most workout pants have their detail down the side, like a tuxedo pant does, like that stripe on the side or whatever it might be, and you can't really see the detail from the front, so it's kind of like not as fun to get fun leggings if you can't really see the detail when you're wearing them unless you turn. So I love that this is going down the front. It also is super flattering and elongating to have that line going down the front. It makes everything look longer and more streamlined. And then I also love this pullover. This is a cropped sweatshirt, and it's in this really beautiful like beigey camel color. The inside is just so soft and like cozy and teddy bear. You can just see how plushy that is. But I love this because it's not only an activewear piece. Like, I would wear this to go get coffee with like ripped jeans, boots. These kind of easy everyday pieces are what I wear on most days when I'm not like going to events or having big, you know, meetings. I always like need pieces like this in my wardrobe and collection. So I just think it's a really smart piece that you can wear to either work out, go run errands, go get coffee, dress up for like a really casual date night, movie night, whatever. So this collection's amazing. I'll link everything below. There's so many other great pieces. I could go on, but those are my two standouts that I think I will have on the heaviest rotation. It is so stormy today. It's been pouring rain, and I just got back from New York in the polar vortex, and I was like so excited to get back to California. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be so nice to be back in the warm sunshine. And I got here and it's like pouring rain, and I leave tomorrow for San Francisco, and I heard it's pouring there too. It's supposed to be pouring the whole time I'm there, and it's colder there than it is here in San Diego. This next item is a perfume, and this is Balenciaga. And I love this perfume. Let me just tell you the types of fragrances I like, just so you can understand if this would even be your style. I am not a super feminine fragrance kind of girl. Like, I don't like anything super sweet. I don't love florals. I like a lot more masculine scents, fresh scents, anything that has some citrus to it, but I just really go for more like citrusy, lightweight, and then if I'm going deeper, I like almost like leathery or more like woodsy scents versus like florals. So for me, this is a really great scent because it's super crisp and like fresh. There's nothing too sweet or floral about it. It's just got this really sleek, sophisticated freshness that I love. I love this fragrance so much. I feel like it's sexy, it's modern, it's really cool and sophisticated, and I've just been reaching for it nonstop over a lot of my other perfumes. I had it for a while, and then I was on a kick with my Santal 33 by Le Labo that is like my all-time favorite, but I was just like ready to pull something new out, and I grabbed for this again, and it reminded me how much I love it, and I've been using it nonstop for the past month. So the Balenciaga, I don't hear a lot of people wearing this either, which I like. It's so hard to find unique fragrances. So if you're looking for something that not everybody has, this is a great one to check out if you do like those more crisp, sexy, sort of unisex fragrances that aren't overly sweet or floral. Okay, this next one is a lip liner, and these are the new Dose of Colors lip liners. She came out with so many. I think there was like 15 or something crazy, but these two are my standout favorites, Dime and Truth or Dare. Dime is the first one I'll swatch for you, and this one is like a super cool toned taupey nude, and I find it goes so well with George, and it's just a unique sort of 90s color that I'm really into for lip liners. I never like a lip liner that's too pink, and I never like a lip liner that's too brown, so I feel like kind of that warm brown. So I feel like this cool toned taupey color has the depth I'm looking for to define my lips and almost sort of contour because it is on the cooler side, but it's not too like warm and brown. It's got that coolness that I just love. So I think it's a really interesting, cool color. That's Dime. And then this one here is called Truth or Bear. And I love this because it's a peachy nude. And I've been pairing this one with Leo. I just feel like it gives you that really great definition when you're wearing a super light nude and you don't want to have that super dark lip liner that's contrasting, but it's not so pale that it won't define your lips. Especially my top lip, I find that I really need lip liner there, and so whenever I use too nude of a lip liner that's so pale, I feel like it does nothing, and then I go in with a nude liquid lipstick or a nude lipstick and I just feel like I didn't put on any lip liner. But this still has enough pigment to it while matching and going nicely with super pale nudes, but it won't let your lip line get lost. So those two, this one's Truth or Bear, and that one's Dime. Those two are my favorites, but there's a lot of other shades in the collection. A lot of bolds if you're into that. There's even a cool purple, so I highly recommend those, and the formula is incredible. This next favorite is no surprise to any of you because my last few videos have been tutorials using it, but this is my One Eyeshadow Palette, and I have to include this, you guys, because this is like my baby. This is all I've been wearing. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I just love this palette so much. I mean, no wonder I love it. I created it with all my favorite shades that I feel like I need. So it is, for me, my perfect palette, and everybody's perfect palette looks different. So these may not be your colors at all, and you may not gravitate to it, but for me, this is like everything that I need in an eyeshadow palette, so it's really all I've been using. And since I've been traveling so much, it's just so handy, and I'm so grateful to have something that I can just throw in my travel bag and I'm done. I don't have to go through single eyeshadows. I don't have to supplement and bring a few palettes. Like, this is it. So I've just been extra grateful for this lately because things have been so busy and crazy, and it just makes my life so much easier. And I also just feel like I have been playing with it for so long. I have some go-to looks just so dialed and nailed down. I don't have to think about my makeup too much. Like, when I wake up, I kind of can pick a look and go for it because I've played with these colors so much. I kind of know what combinations I like and what looks I like and how to make it more dramatic and all of that. So I love this palette. If you are somebody that is into these warm tones, these camel tones, and these berry tones, I think it is something that you should definitely check out and pick up. There's also, you know, you can go on Sephora, you can go on my site to check it out before you make the investment and just see, you know, if you're into it. And you can also check out some of my recent tutorials if you want to see how I play with the palette and the different colors that I really, really love and use. You can see I really go in hard with these shimmers, but I just think it's a beautiful palette and I had to mention it. This next one is a tulle, and this is just a good old Velour Puff. Any brand will do, and I'm bringing this up as a favorite because recently I've been going back to the way I used to set my face, like back in the day. I remember when I first got into powders, I would use the Velour Puff from MAC with my MAC Studio Fix. But I've just been loving this because sometimes I find that a brush can disrupt my foundation and concealer when I'm dusting on powder. The bristles can kind of disturb the base and take away coverage and remove some of the coverage. And this, I find, like, really just presses the powder in and prevents that from happening. So I've been loving this. And I also love it throughout the day if I look shiny to grab some powder. I find that if I press it, it definitely keeps my makeup intact much better than a brush. Sometimes when I sweep over with a brush, I move things around. So I've really been loving going back to a Velour Puff. I think it's one of the most effective and best ways to set your makeup. And yeah, I just wanted to bring it up in case you guys are used to setting your face with a brush all the time. It might be a nice discovery to switch it up and just see how you feel about it. I feel like it just really presses the powder in so nicely and locks my makeup in all day. So Velour Puff, loving it. You can get them pretty much anywhere. Okay, 2 more items. This next one is a makeup bag, and this is just a little beige makeup bag with sort of this like faux suede texture material to it, and this little handle. And this is by a brand called Base, B-E-I-S, Base. And I love this so much. I've been using it, so mine's pretty dirty. It did come with a snap-in kind of plate here that you could put brushes on, but I never use those because I find that brushes in my makeup bag, when I close the lid and I've got all my makeup inside, it smashes them and they get misshapen. So I always take a separate brush cup or brush roll. So I just took that out to give myself more space, and it was just kind of in the way. But it also comes with this amazing mirror, and I kept the plastic just so that I could keep it clean. But this mirror, I always need mirrors when I travel. That's why I really felt strongly about putting a mirror in the one palette, just because I usually rely on whatever eyeshadow palette I bring on a trip to be my mirror when I'm doing my makeup, so I can go sit by like good lighting near a window and not be stuck in the bathroom if I have to. But this mirror is a really good size mirror. It's just a really compact, easy to travel with mirror. It's super lightweight. That's a really great part of this makeup bag, is that it comes with that mirror. But what I love about this, and what I love about makeup bags like this, is that it just has one big open pouch. I find that makeup bags with lots of dividers and zipper compartments seem good in theory because they help you organize and separate your products so you can find them easier. But in practicality, it just wastes space. I don't want the real estate of my makeup bag to be eaten up by dividers and pockets and pouches. I really just want to be able to maximize and use all the space throw my products in, and go. And I find that this is just something I've been using nonstop. It's the only makeup bag I've been traveling with. I love it so, so much. And I was a little concerned about this really light color, but honestly, everything just wipes off. Okay, so this last favorite is not just really a monthly favorite, this is like a life favorite, but this is the L'Occitane Organic Certified and Fair Trade Shea Butter. And I use this for everything. Like, if there's anything going on with my skin, I use it to prevent spray tan from overdeveloping on like my wrists and my ankles. I use it to condition my eyelashes. I use it on my lips. I use it on my cuticles. I just love Shea Butter so much, and I specifically love this one because I find that the tin is perfect for me for travel because it just slides right in my bag. It's not in like a heavy glass jar, and it's also not in like a tall plastic one. So it's the perfect size. But what I love about this mostly recently is like when my skin has been super dry, when I was like in New York and it was in the snow and that really, really freezing weather, or when I started using this and I didn't know how my skin was gonna react, so I like loaded on the moisturizers after just to make sure that I was adequately hydrating. But it's so thick and balmy and moisturizing, but it is so non-comedogenic. So it's the one thing I can use that won't aggravate my skin or clog my pores and give me the hydration that I need, but is also suitable for oily people or acne prone people because it won't clog your pores. So it's just a really amazing moisturizer, and you can use it for so many things. I just always recommend having one of these on hand. I literally have a tin in like every room of my house. I have one in our bathroom. I have one downstairs in my office. I have one by my bed here. I have one in my purse, a mini one. They make these in minis. But it's just an amazing product for me, and it's like the moisturizer that has agreed with my skin for years and years, and it never does me dirty. This guy is my fave. Thank you so much for going through my favorites with me and watching my video today. I really appreciate having you here, and I hope that you found some items that you might be interested in checking out or have been looking for. I highly recommend every single thing I talked about, and I really stand behind these products. So I'll link everything down below if you do want to go check them out for yourself. Let me know what your current favorites are. I love watching favorites videos and hauls because it helps me discover so many new products, and I just love knowing what other people are super into because it gives me ideas. And I'm a consumer, guys. I just want to buy new things all the time, just like we all do. Let me know what I should get next. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.